Hi everyone, here is Alice with another video, and today's video I'm going to talk about surrendering, the process of surrendering to the unfolding of life. And I recently watched one of my best movies of all time in the personal development space, which is The Shift from Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer is he's just one of those teachers where I could listen to him over and over and over and over again every single day. I bought his book sometime about 10 years ago, gave one to my husband, gave one to my brother. If I had money to buy his books and just spread it all over the world, I would absolutely do that because I think it's just so relatable and very, very easy to digest, very easy examples and concepts, very complex concepts that he brings and just explain it in really plain words that I always get it. And I just finished watching one of his movies, The Shift. Absolutely love it. And my best part of The Shift was when he talks about the very first 9 months of our lives. He said we come from source, and kind of like you regard source like an ocean, and when like it dropped from the ocean, and the drop from the ocean means that little drop has the essence of the ocean in it. So and the very first 9 months in our lives where we are in our mom's wombs, and that process is a complete surrendering. There is nothing we do during that process. It's all being taken care of. A hair color, a eye color, a skin color, everything. We don't bother about all of that. All of that is being taken care of by the process of evolution. And when it's now time to come into the world, our parents, we as parents, we look at this little baby and we tell God, oh, thank you so much. You've done an incredible job. And from now, we are going to take over. He calls that the process of the ego, edge God out. We edge God out and say, okay, now it's our responsibility to take care of this little individual. And then we start struggling. We start struggling to want to make things happen in our lives. We start moving upstream. Abraham Hicks talks about this a lot as well, moving upstream or moving downstream. And a good example that that I have, especially today, that kind of like made me have a very practical example of that in my life is there is this product, Rituals. I love their products, absolutely. The company, I love their products a lot. I remember the very first day I saw the Rituals shop. I went into it, and every single product, I was smelling it and feeling and loving it. It comes with little affirmations from the yogic philosophy, and it smells marvelous. And I remember looking at the price and saying, oh, it's quite expensive, because back then I was really having some financial problems. So I let it be. That year, guess what I had for my birthday present? Rituals. A girlfriend of mine gave me a whole set of rituals. I was like, wow, this is law of attraction in action. Now, that was sometime in April. In December, another girlfriend of mine gave me another set of rituals. I'm like, wow, this is coming way much more, it's coming more frequently into my experience. Today on Valentine's Day, I wake up in the morning and guess what my husband gives me? Rituals, a whole set of rituals. And I'm like, yeah, rituals from all sources. I do not expect from any of the sources, but somehow I open myself up to it showing up, and it's showing up from different sources. Now, how do I apply this, or what is this concept of surrendering? When we surrender, we feel attracted to something, and we surrender to its showing up in our lives and not putting our expectations on how it should show up in our lives. We give the universe more options on how it shows up. If we want something so badly and we say it has to come only through this path, we kind of like constrict things and and make things very inflexible, and it could take way much longer for it to show up because you're expecting it to show up just this particular way. But when you're open to, no matter how it show up, it's going to show up anyways, you're giving more possibilities for it to show up from sources that you do not even expect. And especially with my business, I've come to a point where I have absolutely surrendered everything. The very first year, I used to stress myself up a lot, putting so much pressure on myself, wanting it to unfold a particular way. However, right now it's like it's out there, let it unfold the way it has to unfold. I know I have to show up for the business, and how things come together, I surrender. It's a process. I completely surrender to it. I just have to do my action steps. So that's my little share of today. Hope you guys are having a fabulous time. Happy Valentine's Day for those of you celebrating it. And talk to you tomorrow for another video. Bye for now.